I got so much downloads those 2 hours and a half that I was just sitting, with Mother Gaia, the birds near the water and stuff. By the way, if you're going through anything, even though humans should daily, spend time in nature, at least an hour, to connect and ground yourself. But if you're going through anything, I'm telling you this, it will help you. Especially sitting near the water. I do that. I try to do that every single day. And I receive a lot of downloads too. I meditate. I like to meditate outdoors. One thing that humanity, and this is for the low vibrational humans that judge. These are not for the ones that they're genuinely kind and they don't judge. Not even the homeless people, not even the people in the streets. These are for the ones that have the audacity to call them crackheads or junkies. Let me tell you something. And I say things, I speak things that everyone else is afraid to say, or people want to spare people's feelings, or they just don't dare say it or speak up about it. But if you're living in the Matrix, if you're obeying and following the Matrix and celebrating the Matrix, you're a crackhead yourself. You're a junkie yourself. You're a drug addict yourself. There's levels to that shit. The less fortunate ones, the people in the street, they're on a lower level. You're just on a high class level, on a sophisticated. You're still a junkie though. You're still a crackhead. You're still a drug addict. I told you before, you're no different than a homeless person in the streets. So stop name calling, stop judging, stop saying ill, stop recording them without their consent. Let me tell you something. If you're consuming, the standard American diet, you're a drug addict. If you're eating McDonald's, you're a drug addict. If you're taking vaccines and shots, some of y'all call it shots, not vaccines, you're a drug addict. You're a junkie. Your children are junkies. So don't do that. The only difference is that those people in the streets, they don't hide it. You know that they are on illegal drugs. You hide it. Your drugs are very well disguised and painted very well and colorful, and the labels look so pretty, and that's the only difference. You're still a crackhead. You're still a junkie. Remember these words before you try to judge someone in the streets. If you take pharmaceutical medicines, any pills, or any type of thing that comes from the pharmacy, you're a drug addict. You're a junkie. If you consume GMO foods and foods that are high in toxic chemicals, you're a junkie. You're an addict. You're a crackhead. If you smoke hookah, you're a crackhead. It's time to start being genuinely kind, because some of y'all that are crackheads, there are sophisticated crackheads, love to call those in the streets crackheads and junkies, and they say ill, that this and that. I would never. You're already there. You're already there. And you're dragging your kids with you by feeding your kids toxic chemicals and putting drugs into their bodies and allowing these doctors to inject drugs into their bodies. Don't do that. Don't do that. Remember, we all come from the same source. So everyone out here, even the less fortunate ones, even the ones in the streets, that's your brothers and your sisters. You're related. You're all one. You're connected. All of us are connected. We're all connected to the higher source. We are one. You have no rights at all to sit here and call someone a crackhead or junkie. Calling them a crackhead and junkie, you're calling yourself and your child or children a crackhead and junkie as well. You're living in the matrix. You're following. You're obeying. You're listening to what they're telling you to do. You're a crackhead. You're a junkie. You're a slave. I know some of y'all is going to be butthurt after this, but that's your problem. Be genuinely kind. Okay? Be genuinely kind because this world needs it. Send your prayers. Send blessings to those in the streets that are less fortunate. And if you haven't helped them, without recording yourself, because that's just for attention, be genuinely a kind human. Don't pretend that you're so kind, but yet you're out here calling them crackheads and junkies and drug addicts and ill and this. Yes, you are. You're already there. You're already there. You're just a sophisticated crackhead, a sophisticated drug addict. And your children are not far behind. You can block me after this. I really don't care. But like I say, I speak on things that a lot of y'all are afraid to speak up on. We can't want a difference in this world when we ourselves are the problems to this fucking world. It's time to take a hard look at your lifestyle, at yourself. Instead of pointing fingers to your brothers and your sisters. Instead of name calling and judging. Give a helping hand. Those people that you see in like in the corners or in the boulevard or selling water, selling candy, selling trash, because I know now I've been seeing selling trash back in household stuff. Support them. Same way you support these celebrities that don't give a shit about you and your family. Support those people that are out here trying to make a living. Same way you support a high brand that don't give a 3 fucks about you and you're making them richer, more rich. Support those people. Even if you don't want to buy the water bottle, at least give them something. Support them. Like you support your bad habits. My message for today is to really, really, really be a genuinely kind human. Be a genuinely kind human. It's not hard. It doesn't cost you anything. You're not going to lose anything. Be kind. Be kind. Don't just speak out your ass. And then your actions contradict or go against what you just finished saying, or how you want people to believe that you're so kind, but you are here doing dumb shit like name calling people and look at your lifestyle. Look at the shit that you eat. You're going to the doctors, injecting yourself with vaccines and fucking poison, and you got the audacity to call those people in the street crackheads and junkies and drug addicts. You're a hypocrite. If you're this type of human, you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. And you know you need to go heal yourself. You need to go find yourself, go heal yourself. Because you need the source of forgiveness. And you need healing and restoration because you're sick for thinking that you're not a drug addict. You're not a fucking crackhead. Again, if you live in the system and you follow the system and you do as they say, you're a crackhead, you're a junkie, you're a slave. I mean, it's a hard pill to swallow, but I have to say it because I'm tired of fucking being out here and seeing people mistreating people in the street, and or I log in to freaking see my messages or to share something and I see people saying crackhead this, crackhead that, junkie this, junkie that. I could never. You're a crackhead yourself. You're eating fake food. You're eating dead carcass. You're paying for fucking animals to be tortured for your pleasure. And then when your body's tired of your shit, you run to the fucking pharmacy to inject more drugs into your body and into your children's body. You're ignorant. And you're teaching your kids how to be fucking ignorant. In order to see changes in this fucking world, it starts with you. Be the change that you want to see in this world. Don't talk at your ass. Be the change that you want to see in this world. And anything that you do behind cameras, like, because a lot of y'all like to create a pretend life in social media, but behind cameras you're evil as fuck, you're wicked as fuck. When there's no cameras around, make sure you're still a genuinely kind human and not an asshole. I swear, a lot of times it be those wannabe godly people. You know what? Whatever. Just be kind. Just be kind. Like, seriously, just be kind. I mean, genuinely kind, like really, really, really kind. And if you don't want to be kind, then just shut the fuck up. Nobody gave you permission to be recording someone that's dipping, or somebody that's in the sidewalk, or somebody that's injecting themselves, or someone that nobody told you to be recording them. You didn't get their consent to be recording them. And if you take time to actually talk to one of those less fortunate people in the street, they'll tell you themselves that they hate that. That they hate when people come to help them, but the whole entire time they're filming, they're recording. They hate when people record them while they just dipping or whatever. They hate that shit. How do I know? Because I spoke to them before. Yes, I have conversations with people less fortunate in the street that's willing to conversate with me. I'm not better than anyone. I'm not better than those people in the streets. I'm not better than the next person. But acting like, but some of y'all acting like y'all better than anybody else is sickening. So never think too highly of yourself. Never think that, oh, I got this, I got that, I own this, I own that you will never end up in the street, because you're sadly mistaken. Be the change that you want to see in this world. Be genuinely kind. And practice that. Practice what you preach. Okay? Okay? So remember, the next time you decide to call someone a crackhead, you're calling yourself a crackhead. You're calling your children a crackhead. The next time you want to say junkie, you're calling yourself a junkie. You're calling your kids a junkie. You're just a sophisticated junkie with a house and a job. Okay? So be kind. Be genuinely kind. The world doesn't need any more mess. The world doesn't need fake kindness. The world doesn't need your toxicity and your negativity. It doesn't need it. Mother Gaia is sick of it. That is it.